Greetings. Let's see if we can do that again and make it look like something this time. Greetings, family. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone is doing all right. All right, let me just make sure I set this correctly. All right. In any event, how's everyone doing? This is Professor Griffin. Of course, y'all already know this is Black Power Media. And this show is called, please remember, make a mental note of this. I'm the masses, all right? Why am I coming on a Sunday? I don't know. Y'all tell me. All right. Anyway, shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone that's joining us. All right, just coming on to talk about a subject that I was supposed to had did a part 2. And that part 2 was simply entitled, What is Black Culture? What is Black Culture? So we did part 1. It was a beautiful conversation. And of course, we had some people pulling left and right, but it's a beautiful thing. It's nice to hear different people's perspectives. But anyway, the thing is, we just can't stay at the point where we continuously talking about we have to agree to disagree. Of course, you all know me. If you don't know anything about me, I just don't do the agree to disagree concept. I'm not buying into that. Not at all. But anyway, so we're going to have this conversation today, real brief. What is Black culture? But in the meantime, between time, y'all already know, I come on Mondays and Wednesdays at 12 o'clock, 12 noon. Most of you guys are either at work doing something, you're not able to catch the show. But since we're here now, I said to myself, between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I am going to try to get on to give people a recap of what I went over during the week. All right. In one of these evenings. This just so happened to be Sunday evening. So I hope you had dinner already. It's 4 o'clock. Some of y'all are eating right now. It's a beautiful thing. So let's dive into this subject. I'm going to present some things. I don't want anyone to take what I'm about to say too personal. But Malcolm said, if you throw a rock in a crowd of dogs, the only one that hollers the one that get hit. All right. You said no sound, no sound, no sound, no sound. Hold on. No sound. Seem like I got sound. I'm hearing it. I'm seeing the sound. I'm seeing the meters. Give me a thumbs up if you're hearing sound. Sounds good. DJ Darkside Jungle, what are you talking about? No sound. All right. Anyway, shout out to everyone. Goddess Teresa, peace. What's good with you? All right. Thank you. Sabrina Harley, peace. What's good? Sabrina Harley. Why does that name sound familiar? I'm only playing. Peace, Sabrina. What's good? LJ's Lawn Care. All right. Yo, LJ, I might need your services, man, if you're in the Atlanta area. All right. Anyway, in the meantime, between time, let's dive into this particular subject. Tomorrow, I will be interviewing Miss Julie Dash. All right. And we're going to be talking about the film Daughters of the Dust. All right. Daughters of the Dust. That is part of the soul. Now, come on. Y'all got to kind of help me. Y'all got to keep up with me. All right. That is part of the soul. All right. Soul cinema. Me. Hold on. Let me put it on the screen. It's part of the Soul Cinema Sundays. All right. They're going to be premiering the movie. Daughters are showing the film Daughters of the Dust. All right, a film by Julie Dash, and Julie Dash will be on here live tomorrow at 12 o'clock. So make sure you're tuned in. If you're a filmmaker, if you're a writer, if you're a script writer, if you're into film, if you're into black cinema, if you're in the cinema period, tomorrow's show you do not want to miss it, because I'm sure sister's going to drop some things on us that I want to know. I'm diving into that area simply because I've tried videographers and that kind of thing to shoot my videos, and some of them were coming with substandard kind of ideas, and I just said nope, bought a camera and started doing it myself. So anyway, of course, my level of doing short music videos cannot compare to what Julie Dash is going to give us tomorrow in reference to putting together an entire cast, an entire film. Anyway, tune in tomorrow. Let's make that happen. All right. Let's dive into this particular subject. So shout out to everyone that's joining us. All right. I had a couple of things to show you guys. I just said to myself, how should I approach this conversation? The conversation is a very sensitive conversation, simply because anytime you even mention black nowadays, it seems like it triggers a lot of people. So I've been trying to do part 2 to this show for a long time. In any event, let me see. I pulled up something that kind of got my attention, and I posted it on YouTube. Facebook. I said, hold on for a second. Don't even look like I'm broadcasting to Facebook. Let's see. Try creating a new stream or just remove the destination. Something is happening with Facebook and it's not going to Facebook. So I'm only broadcasting to YouTube. Okay. Let's see. Hold on, fam. All right. We have to fix that. All right. Yes, we're having issues. Blah, 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 blah. We can't deal with the issues right now. We just got to finish the show. All right. All right, we'll go back to it. All right, let me put on some music. Matter of fact, no. I purposely did not want to put on music because I wanted to play some music for you. Hopefully they don't flag it. But anyway, I was on Instagram and I ran across Facebook, Instagram, one of those things. And I ran across some Asian brothers, our Asian cousins. I ran across them doing an R&B song. I didn't look. I just clicked on it, turned away because I was doing something else. I'm like, wow, they getting down. I went to go look, and they were Asians. So the comment that I put under the clip was, if black people do not have a culture, why is everyone stealing our culture? And the comments that I received, wow. Wow. Oh, Annette, thank you very much for the information about the film. All right. But we will be discussing this. What is black culture? Because black cinema has had a long run. One of the first individuals that even produced a black film. I hope, Julie Dash talks about that tomorrow. All right. But in the meantime, let me play this clip. And yeah, we'll kind of go from there. All right. Let's see if I can find it. It was mind-boggling, to say the least. I was like, wow, okay. Hopefully you guys can see that. And let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I think I can. Let you go away. I can do it, baby. You were meant to be. We were meant to be loved. Everybody on IG. Stand right here. See my screen. Is that close to everybody on IG? Hold on for a second. That I heard you say. If you don't want nobody, I don't make no go. All these dudes are Korean. Y'all gotta see this. Hey, hold on. But I'm so glad that you changed your mind. You're staying in my life forevermore. Forevermore. So I never should go away. Never let you go away. You belong to me. You belong, and I'm never gonna let you go. I can't let you go. Never gonna let you go. Please, baby. We were meant to be. We were meant to be loved. Let me say, now, girl, I know we had share of ups and downs. Oh, no. But we can make it if we try. All right. You're going to church. See, I can let you belong. I can let you go. And I never will let you go. Oh, never gonna let you go away. I'm tired of crying. I'm tired of crying. I'm tired of missing you, girl. I'm never gonna let you go. Let you go away. I'm gonna let you go. You belong to me. You belong to me. And I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go away. I can do it, baby. You were meant. All right. Damn, had a brother over here singing off key. That would be me. Anyway, yeah, so the idea now of black people not having a culture. My question was, if we don't have a black culture, Why is everyone stealing our culture? Why, says the Asiatic black man Sprite commercial, you said? I hear you. So I just said to myself, okay, well, let me do a deeper dive and let me dive into some things. Yeah. DJ Dark Side Jungle, I don't know who you are or where you from, but yeah, I'm not even sure if you black making comments like that, bro. Yeah. Anyway, well, I don't know what kind of music you listen to, but anyway, African Americans don't have a culture. Hold on. Let me see. Let me dive into that one first. No, can I do this one first? Nope, let me do this one. All right, African Americans don't have a culture. A myth debunked. All right. So this old idea of black people not having a culture, it was an assertion which left me puzzled the first time I came across it about African Americans not having a culture. African Americans, i.e., black people. But what is culture? Isn't it simply put a shared experience of a group of people expressed through their food, music, interaction, beliefs with each other? All right, so it's a lot deeper than that, but they mentioned 3 or 4 things: your food, your music, your interaction, your beliefs. Okay, a quick glimpse of the Oxford Dictionary declares it to be the ideas, customs, and social behaviors of a particular social group. Grouping those people together, i.e., black people, we've created a subculture out of our culture in order to survive in America. All right? That culture has been tampered with. That culture has been poisoned. That culture has been set upon by evil forces 24/7, every single day, 365 days a year, all the time. All right? Now, I do not claim to be an expert in African American culture and African American studies, but much of what I know comes from the books written by the Black American authors I'm reading now and watching and listening to the content provided by them. After all, what better way to learn about a group of people than listening to them themselves? But before we go into that, perhaps we need to start by defining who and what is an African American. And they got Denzel Washington's picture. Okay, who is an African American? I recall watching an episode of Grapevine in which Nigerian panel member said she was African American. I understood it was her means of embracing her cousins, and in an assertion that I have heard other Nigerian Americans make with the same aim of embracing the community they grew up in. And yet, I think there is more to being African American than growing up with and in the community. All right, there's a whole lot more. All right, there's just a lot more to just growing up around black people. There's a lot more to the culture and to understanding the culture and then claiming. All right. There's just certain things we do that no other people on the planet actually do. All right. And anywhere you go, you could pretty much, like when I travel and I meet people, you watch them for a minute, I say, "Oh, you're from New Orleans, aren't you?" And they be like, "Yeah, how'd you know?" It's like, "Oh, okay." Or I could see and tell somebody from Brooklyn or from the West Coast, from Compton or Watts. All right, or from Oakland, from the town. All right. So these concepts and the cultural, not only appropriation, but the idea of people talking black and wanting to be black until it's time to really be black. African American. All right. And then under the umbrella of black, yeah, subtitle African American, everything else comes under that, regardless of what you're trying to claim or what you're not trying to claim. All right. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. In terms of the continental and diaspora Africans, we share the same origins. And while our experience coincide to some degree, they are not the same. They are not the same, family. African Americans, our cousins in Latin America and in the Caribbean who were stolen from us. All right, so some of us were already here. I'm going to underline this because I know some mentally, intellectually challenged person is going to come on here with some madness. Some of us were already here. Some of us was brought over here on ships, and we got dropped off at different places. All right? Okay. I want y'all to underline that. I'm pausing for a reason. Okay. Because I hear your wheels turning already. In terms of continental and diaspora Africans, we share the same origins, and while our experiences coincide to some degree, they are not the same. African Americans, our cousins in Latin America and the Caribbean islands, were stolen from us, and even the diaspora is by no means homogeneous in terms of their experience, which have given rise to different identities. Nonetheless, we have a common denominator. All right? We have a common denominator. An African American, in my opinion, is a direct descendant of the children of Africa. And I'm pausing again, I'm underlining it with a bold font. And before the continent was called Africa. Let me underline that. Did y'all get that? Don't come on here with no madness. All right? An African American, in my opinion, is a direct descendant of the children of Africa who underwent the Middle Passage. If you do not know what the Middle Passage is, please look it up. Who suffered enslavement and endured Jim Crow. The definition should also be paid. Now, family, we have to kind of look at these things and we have to be able to reprocess. I think that's the term I'm looking for. How we respond to certain things that may trigger us. All right, hold on. So let's not get so bothered by some of the things that I mentioned. That's not the full article, but I want to go to the comments, and I want to send out the invitation for anyone to come on that want to have the conversation. All right? Okay. Thank you very much. I don't know how to pronounce your name, Jigen. All right. I put the link, the invitation link, inside of the chat. Analyze and examine without being triggered. That's the thing that we have to kind of learn how to do. Jigen, is that how to pronounce your name? I know I'm jacking it up. All right. Eden, the remix says Children of Israel. No, and both and. Yeah, we children of the Most High. All right. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, that we are direct descendants from God himself. All right. Stage T Scorpio from the town. All right. Right on, Professor. All right. If we do not get a grasp on the things that trigger us, the things that our open enemy set in place that triggers us, how can we ever come together to have discussion on how to free ourselves from them? I know that was a mouthful, but you can grasp it. You're very intelligent. I know you are. All right. Okay. So if you're noticing my background, I had to move some things around in the studio because I'm trying to finish this album, and there's things I need to do. There's some instruments I need to bring over, and yeah, I had to rewire my DJ gear over there so I could kind of get back to getting down again. All right. Greetings and blessings to you. Boom Clash 101. Eden the Remix said facts. Okay, I'm gonna go back up. I'm gonna go back up to the article until someone wants to come on and continue that conversation. Hold on. Matter of fact, I'm gonna double back to that article, but check this out. So when I just Googled African Americans don't have a culture, these are all of the things that came up. The social distancing between African Americans basically kind of caused a wedge, and for people to kind of, but because certain laws and certain things are put in place, certain handouts and certain giveaways and certain privileges are handed out via the dominant society, people are reclassifying themselves according to what things they can get out of this culture, this dominant society. So if we're culturally sensitive, then we have to take into account the people that are, I think they call themselves foundational Black Americans. When we talk about cultural sensitivity, if people are coming in, borrowing from our culture and then taking it back and not giving us credit, that is a problem. And they have every right to be mad. So the bottom one, if you can see right here, the source of Black poverty isn't Black culture. The source of Black violence, Black on Black violence, isn't Black culture. The source of negative music that's coming from Black people is not Black culture. All right. So Black is not a problem for Black people. It's a problem for everyone else, if you understand what I mean. All right. So there is a reason why we tend to want to stand out and reclaim our own. Hold on for a second, fam. Let me see if I can pull the sister's poem up, which got me in some other trouble. Yeah, she. All right, we're gonna start that over, and we're gonna give the people on here an opportunity to see this dynamic sister poem. You So Black. It's the other thing that got me in trouble. I had more people come out and condemn me. You know, every aspect of us, everybody that got a goddamn cell phone and the computer was coming after me. I'm like, damn, what's wrong with being the essence of everything that's ever existed? Maybe you don't get it, but it's a cool thing. Don't worry about it. I'll wait on you. All right, here we go.
So black. You so black. When you smile, the stars come out. You so black. When you born, the God come out. Black is not. Black when it's wrong and black when it's right. Black is pyramids and mathematics. Black is melanized in magic. Black is televised and in need of drastic black advancement. Black enhances, black with chances, black with privilege, black with pride, black on purpose on the black hand side, black and beautiful,
That's right.
black and blessed and highly favored, praise the Lord, black and blessed, black and so much more, black and nothing less, black and educated, black is brilliance. Black is strong, black is resilient, black is song, black is infinite, like hip hop or space. Black is grace, black is love, black makes babies, black babies grow up, black is tough, black is hard to do. Black is me, black is you. Black is not something we get to choose, but it is something we get to cherish. It's something we get to wear and we get to rock this with honor. I'm black like my granddaddy and my great, 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 great grandma. Black is that lift every voice and sing. Black is that letting your freedom ring and resound. Black is adjective, adverb, color, and noun. You so black. Oh, you so black. When you smile, the stars come out. Baby, you so black. When you're born, the God come out.
That's right. Wow.
You so black.
Wow. Wow. All right, we have a couple of people that want to come on, and let's bring them on. I'm not sure if they know the rules. Just to let them know, we don't get indignant, we don't get disrespectful, we don't get loud. We have a conversation, and whoever Coach Jen B is, I gotta take you off because I don't bring people on that don't want to show their face, man. I gotta know who I'm speaking with. So if you're in a situation where you can't open your camera up, you and your tighty whities, or your grandma walk behind you half naked, I can understand.
Hey.
Thank you. Appreciate you. And Chief Eagle, the same with you. I got to see who I'm talking about. All right, Chief Eagle. All right, what's going on? Talk to me.
Okay.
Talk to me.
Griff.
Well, I just had something that I saw yesterday.
We were discussing culture.
Oh, wait, can you hear me?
No, hold on.
Sorry.
Chief, hold on. I'm talking to Coach right now. Hold on.
Go ahead.
All right, I got to see your face, though, bro. Work on that. Coach, talk to me. What's good?
Oh, I was just thinking. Oh, sorry. I don't know. I think I have feedback on my computer. Actually, I don't know what's going on.
Turn your computer down. Turn your computer down.
Oh.
Turn your computer down.
Okay. Oh, I know what's happening. Sorry, I still had you open in the other screen. Okay. Oh, Jesus, that was ridiculous. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yesterday I was watching a video and it was a neo-Nazi and he was talking about Black culture as neo-Nazis saw it. And it got me thinking about, you know, when people are talking about influences by rap music or things like that and where they see, how they see Black culture and thinking, he said that the way that they saw the Black ghettos and things like that, it was kind of misconstrued because their idea was that Black people put themselves in that situation. And so therefore they didn't realize that like, that's where we were relegated to after slavery and after we lost everything, after we didn't get all of that stuff. And so when they saw
Right.
Black culture and they saw the ghettos, they were being told by people who were indoctrinating them into Nazism, saying, see, this is what Black people are like. This is where you will end up if you are associated with Black people. And that was their impression of Black culture, and anything that came out of those ghettos that was Black culture, whether it was influential or not, that they just saw that as, well, it's just what they're doing to get by. It's not who they are. It's, you know what I mean? It was,
No, I know
a
exactly
whole
what-
misconception. I know you know what I mean.
Because the same one that miseducated us miseducated their own children about us.
Exactly. And I grew up in predominantly white schools, all in New Orleans, and the way that I grew up not being around the way that I actually learned about Black culture through the eyes of white culture was really fucked up. Was really messed up,
Okay.
And
It's not our language, so go ahead.
oh, okay. Yeah, it was just really fucked up. And now when I look at it now and I'm seeing what is happening in Trump's America, and it's really like the first time around with Trump, that was kind of the first time I recognized my Blackness, I'll say. And it was when I kind of felt the same, I don't know, I felt with the culture, and now I feel even more in the culture than I've ever felt before. And
Right.
And it's making me realize that it isn't, some aspects of it, like gangster rap, I honestly believe is not part of our culture. I think it's a product of white capitalism and them seeing gangster, the gangster violence, the gangster situation, and saw it as an easy way to turn us against each other, and to kind of say like, yeah, we'll do it through the music, but then only signing, Black artists that push this gangster, East Coast, West Coast battle or whatever it is, or only signing artists that keep perpetuating this ideal. And then when people take that on, that's what they consider being Black, is like, oh, I'm, if they're gonna listen to the gangster rap, then that's being Black. Or if they're gonna eat the soul food, then that's being Black, when really being Black is just, I feel like the culture and the art and everything that comes from us as being Black, that is, whether it's a coping mechanism or not, once we're able to separate which ones are coping mechanisms and which ones are truly coming from within, that's when we're able to figure out what Black culture is and how to spread that part of what it is, and not the self-hating part,
Exactly, because there's different layers to who we are as Black people. And to only take that one little segment and use that to define the totality of who we are presents a very unique set of problems. Do you understand? Because if you look at Wayne and then you look at John Coltrane, you could say, okay, well, what's Black music?
Right.
Of course, I would say Coltrane, but they will take a little Wayne and use that to say all of them do that. That's what all of them like. And the vast majority of people that I know from age 40 to my age, 64, don't like Lil Wayne and that kind of music, trap, drill, and this kind of stuff. So you can't use only that to define who and what we are.
Well, and I also think that the message in the music, more so when you get to an older stage, that's when it really comes across as like, what's culture and what's just bullshit out there that's trying to make money. You know what I mean? And like, granted, Wayne's a genius. I can appreciate artistry, and I just don't like listening to it. But I
beg to differ with you. Using the English language, I think I got a dictionary around here somewhere. You have to define genius for me. We can't take these terms and throw them around and apply them to anybody that's successful in the music industry.
No. That's not a genius to me. Like,
okay,
right. Well, I mean, like, they're calling Trump a damn genius, and he's retarded as shit. Anyway, I don't like using that word, but I'm just saying I'm saying genius is when you are able to articulate what is going on, like in a way that is true to yourself and true to what you want to put out there and how you want people to see you. Like if you're that, I think that is truly genius when you are able to take your true. Kendrick is a genius. He can take his true authentic self, put it out there, put his community out there, and like. And I just got into Kendrick. I said, I'm old. Like my old.
Right.
I listen to older shit, but like these when people are able to articulate their thoughts and come across in a way where they're using clever wordplay, that's what I think is genius. I'm a fan of grammar.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna
But
say
I'm not saying
the methodology and the technique that he's using is genius, not
Yes.
necessarily him being a genius.
Exactly.
I got you, Chief.
Right.
Chief, hold on for a second. I got you, bro. I just want to make sure Coach gets out.
Yeah, no, I said, I'm actually in the middle of writing a book about culture versus cult. So like this is super. I'm in my shit right now. But you keep going,
Okay.
and you have a great day. And I'm really glad that you
Okay.
let me come on here.
Okay, so the word cult comes from the word culture.
Mm-hmm. You know how many cults we've been in since the day we were born? Look, I will send you a copy of my book. You will get one. You will get a copy. Okay.
All right, cool. All right. Good luck with that. Take care, Coach.
Thank you.
All
Take
right.
care.
All right, take care. Chief, peace. What's good with you, man?
Peace and love to you, Griff.
Peace. The reason why I had to come on to see your handsome faces because there were some trolls that came on here before, and I said, nah, I gotta know who these people are from now on, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's going on?
Understood, my brother. I'm glad you're on the subject of culture, and we're not acting our culture is what I would say, or what I would say culture is being what is natural as far as we're concerned. And I think that we've become people of an unnatural state, and that will be the culture that we have come out of. So I don't look at a lot of the things, the music, some of the what people call artistry as being no type of culture. I think the only culture that we have is things that are necessary to the way that you sustain life. I think that's the only.
And you don't
culture
think music sustains life?
I don't think music is sustaining. No, if we take away music now, no one's gonna die. No, it is not sustaining life.
Well,
not at all.
Does that include?
When
Does
I
that
say
include the
sustaining
music?
life, it's going to take away your breath away. If it's going to destroy your blood.
Hello.
Go ahead,
Hello. Can you hear me?
Go ahead, my brother. I didn't hear you. I can now. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm saying to you, when you say if you take away music, no one will die. And I'm saying to you, the sound of the universe, the Om, if you took away that, would we live? If you took away the sound that the ocean makes, the wind, the netters, nature, birds, all of the natural sounds, the vibration and the silent sound of your auric field connecting with the electromagnetic field that surrounds the earth and your body, if you took that sound away, would you exist?
No. All those things that you just said are the only sounds that should exist. I was speaking
and
of
they do
the
exist
uncreative,
of the music.
Unnatural. I was speaking of the unnatural sounds that we hit, the frequencies that we're taking in.
Okay, Chief, we have a very intelligent audience. You got to be a little bit more simplistic and give it to us direct, because some of the people in the chat and some people right here on Instagram, they say they don't understand that. Okay, so let's be a little bit more simplistic. Okay. When I make my music, the Om is there. When I make my music, the soul, frequency, vibration, me connecting with the natural sounds in the universe is in the music. So I can't live without music. Now, if you're talking about what's going on V103 and 107 point whatever, nah, I can live without that. Yeah, nah.
Okay. Now I would agree with your point right there because of the type of music that you make, Professor Griff, is that, I was on that same mission because the name of our group was Culturally Raped at the time. So we was on that same mission that you were on back in the day, when you were doing your thing with PE. So I understand
Right.
what you mean by having a better frequency by the type of music that you were making, because we were doing the same that you were doing. But as you just brought up the name of Lil Wayne, and the frequency that he brings in is totally different. And that's the frequency that's not our that's an unnatural frequency in an unnatural culture that has came upon us, and it's really taken over. Because look at what they're forcing on us right now are women, because I don't see many men really in that industry pushing it the way that they're pushing our women right now to take the clothes off. All of them have conformed to the same type of frequency, and they're pushing it very hard. Whoever decided to do it,
Okay.
that's what's happening. That's what's happening. So I understand what you're saying, my brother, 100%.
So yeah, they are getting equally as getting the men to take the clothes off. Let me just kind of school you to a couple of things. The men are taking the clothes off. They're just taking the clothes off, but the clothes that they're putting on are dresses.
That's right.
I'm gonna leave that on the table right there.
I would agree with that. That is what's happening. We're turning into women. The frequency that we're on is that they're turning us into women. I remember when the minister came to LA to the Bonaventure, and that's when I first heard him saying that we were going to start seeing a lot more women with women and men with men. And at that time, everyone was in the closet. And at that time, I wasn't a member of the nation. By the way, rest in peace to Captain Shahid Muhammad from Mosque number 54. That is my mentor,
Right.
my teacher. I miss that guy, a whole lot. But that's where we at. This frequency that they got out here right now is just destroying us, and it's distracting us from who we are, and us being unnatural. And so that now we think that we need to be in their society. When I say their culture, so we reenact trying to tame the devil. We gonna jump in their system and change the devil. I believe that Elijah Muhammad said we can't change the devil. So if we can't change him, that
right.
means so that means that we need to have our own, and there's no way around it. Joining in any type of group or anything is just totally about separating yourself and taking and doing for yourself. I see nothing else. He was totally 1,000% right and exact when he said we should separate and do for self. That means taking authority of yourself in each and everything, in every aspect, like Brother Neely Fuller said, every aspect of your life, of your lifestyle,
Right.
every aspect.
Right. So
and we haven't done that,
right. So you,
brother. I think that when we do that, we'll return to our culture.
okay? So you had said that we're in this, I guess, society, but we're not like we become. You think we become of it instead of just being in it, because we have to survive. You understand what I'm saying? We have to kind of navigate racism, white supremacy in order to survive in America. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I think yes, we have done that. We've done that to survive for long enough, and I think at this time we have plenty of people in position to change. Because if we don't, at the rate that they're poisoning us, we have no other choice. So it's either we either start changing or continue to be poisoned. So there's just going to have to be an alternative if you want to live.
Right. So let me
I
ask you.
mean,
So
it's
you
just
said
like
we have plenty of people. Like what does that mean? I'm getting confused here. We have plenty of people to do what? That know what?
to separate. We have plenty of people that are smart enough to separate. We have plenty of land, people with land that we can separate and we can sustain ourselves. That's what I mean by
Okay, let
that
me ask
word,
you something.
separate.
So let me ask you something about that. Where are these people that you're talking about? I want to meet them. Because if you're talking 30 to 60 million people, well, probably a lot more than that, separating and going where?
Well, we're not going anywhere. We're here.
You
Why
said
should we
separate
go
those.
somewhere?
So, but that's what I'm asking you.
Okay.
Where you
Okay.
said separate, go
When
where?
separate
Has no order.
separate doesn't mean that we have to go somewhere. Number one. That's what
Okay,
everyone thinks, that we have to have a separate country to be able to operate and move around separately. We do that right now, but we can separately do work together here. And if we decide
okay.
to go somewhere, and say, okay, we're gonna split here and go, create something different. Hey, let's do it. And then if it's in
I
Africa,
got you. I
it
got
is what it is. But I think that we need
you.
to
Right.
separate ourselves independently. I mean, totally, wherever we are, every state, we need to stop using them. We need to stop letting them give us things. We need to do that totally nationwide.
Right. So let me ask you something. So this gentleman put this up on the screen in the comments. Yeah, but hip hop is not a culture. Do you think hip hop is a culture?
It's a cult, but no, it's not a
You
culture.
said a cult.
It's more of a cult.
What is the difference? What is the difference between cult and culture?
We would have to look up the definition of the two. I don't have it
Okay.
in front of me,
I
so I
got
don't want to misquote it. But to my understanding, a cult would just be a group of people that got together under one idea, right? And culture would just be the practice of it. Would that be true?
Okay, let's just say that is true, right? So if a
Yes.
group of people got together, right, and codified this new thing that we were coming up with called hip hop, right? And then they set it in motion, right? And then other people came. Now it's codified. All right. That's not culture.
Well, it could be if it was unified, but I mean, it could be. I would say it could be. If you put
Yeah,
it,
you're right though.
put it
You're
down,
right. I'm
it could
only
be.
messing with you, but you probably
I know,
hip hop
I
is
know.
probably it's probably a subculture of
Yeah, yeah,
the greater culture. But I really
correct.
appreciate you coming on, Chief.
Hey,
I'm glad we both got a sense of humor.
hey, I understand every ways you come, my brother. I love you, my brother. Believe that. I
I
follow
love you
you
too, man.
ever since I heard, you've been on the scene, my brother. I watched everything that you've done, and I really admire everything that you've done, my brother. You keep doing what you're doing. I always wanted to connect with you, just to give you some, like they say, give you your flowers, my brother, because we don't want to
Oh,
wait till
give
you
thanks,
gone.
man.
Yeah, we don't want to
Right.
wait till you go, my brother, and then say, we big up
While
to
you
you. No,
giving
we're
me
not
my
gonna.
flower, while you giving me my flowers,
Yes, sir.
while you giving me my flowers, pass the ammo. I'll take some ammo too. All right,
Oh
really
yeah,
appreciate you, Chief.
yes, sir. Yes,
All right,
sir. Hey, with that,
salute.
yes, sir.
All
Salute,
right,
my brother. Peace and love.
all right, peace. All right. So G Jin, I beg to differ with you, but I agree with you at the same time. Hip hop is probably the subculture out of the greater culture. But anyway, yeah. So I want to thank Coach for coming on. And good luck with her book, and thank Chief for coming on. Um, um, yeah. why Anubis? Yes, that's basically what same thing I said. His English language is just, yeah, it's piss poor. It's piss poor when you're trying to understand certain things. You just repeated what I just said. Why Anubis? All right. Yeah. And G Jin, I'm not sure if you're Asian or whatever, but yeah, hip hop cultivates. Yeah. I grew up half of my life not knowing anything about hip hop because it wasn't created yet. All right. There's people that grown up, that's all they know is hip hop. So hip hop cultivates, hip hop educates, hip hop informs. All right. I don't know, Jason. Don't know about that, Jason. You said it ceased to be an original culture when it got jacked, altered, and fed back to us as culture. I don't know, Jason. Because there's a lot of things black people do. Can I give you an example, Jason? The foods that we eat. Black people were the one that came up with these recipes. Whether it was the live it or the diet, that slave diet, or the live it, or prior to what we were doing prior to slavery. Nonetheless, we're the originator of these recipes. So, but because they've stolen it, jacked it, adulterated it, and fed it back to us in the terms of IHOP and Kentucky Fried Chicken and Drunken Donuts and Pizza Slut and some places, it's still ours. The Jack Daniels recipe for the liquor is still ours. The Kentucky Fried Chicken recipe is still ours. We still created these things. So help me out, Jason Wakeman. Not understanding it, bro. Gerald, the conversation we're having is what is Black culture part 2. I finally got around to it. I did it last month, and I've been on, I did the Black History Month tour, got back, had some personal things to take care of. Was supposed to be in England right now, some other places. I guess I don't know what happened with that, but yeah. So yeah. Now during the month of Ramadan, Ramadan Mubarak to my Muslim brothers out there, Assalamu alaikum. And we have to have these conversations. I think it's a very interesting conversation for us to have. Because why, you ask? That's ours also. Yeah. We should be speaking the same language that Jesus spoke. What is that? Ancient Aramaic? We should be speaking the same language that Jesus spoke. That's interesting. I don't even know how to answer that. We should be speaking the same language that Jesus spoke. Well, if Jesus wasn't a historical real person that lived, What language did this so-called person speak? Help me out, family. Can somebody please help me out? Work with me. I'm curious. I don't know. Help me out, fam. Thank you, Goddess Teresa. Glad you came to my aid. Thank you, Goddess Teresa. I owe you. Now, who is Jesus? And somebody help me. I don't have religious conversations on here, but I don't want to ignore the brother. Maybe Goddess Teresa can come on and answer you, bro. I don't. Yeah, I don't have that conversation, but I don't want to ignore you. We should speak the same language that Jesus spoke. I asked 3 questions, Sam Nevels. Who is Jesus? Goddess Teresa asked. I asked, what language did he speak? And I asked you, was it ancient Aramaic? And then who are the Aramaic people, or who are the people that spoke Aramaic? And, oh, you said he spoke Hebrew. Well, how could he speak Hebrew and his name is Jesus, and the Hebrew language didn't even start using the letter J until recently? There wasn't even a letter J in the English language. I don't have religious conversations, but I do know that as far as linguistics is concerned. So, Sam, I'm not understanding you. Eyes wide open and shut. I don't like. Help me out with the J question. Then I guess we can. And so you eyes wide, and then wide open. You said he spoke Hebrew, and then you turned around and said Jesus is not his name. That's confusing. Someone said Jesus spoke compassion. I guess that's a language now. Young Khalid, thank you very much. Maybe he means the language of Christ consciousness, but who knows? That statement was unclear. Thank you. Give thanks. Respect, Goddess Teresa. I'm trying to understand like you are, sis. All right, we only got a few more minutes on the broadcast, fam. I really appreciate everyone coming on. I rejoined in time for the Aramaic talk, Mona. Mona, I'm trying to help me out. I'm working it out in my brain. My brain is trying to work it out. Help me out, fam. So Jesus is not his name. We know that, if that person even existed, because they didn't even use the letter J. Sam is an agent distracting from the convo. Why? I can't say he's an agent. I'm not sure, but it's the only conversation we were having since I was about to get off the broadcast, and he put up the comment, and I'm the one that chose to highlight it. So agent or not, this is the conversation we're having. Jesus is an invention. His real name is Yahshua. Got you. Eden, the remix says Phoenician. Got you. Gary's Garage. Peace. What's good with you? You said the culture of hip hop has abandoned Angie Stone because there's no record. Huh? I think there's some mental illness going on. You said the culture of hip hop has abandoned Angie Stone because there's no recognition. What does that mean? I don't even really do medicine, but I'm about to find me a goddamn Tylenol or some Advil or some damn Dedrin or something, because until the other damn day, I didn't know Angie Stone was even going through what she was going through. Now, if you're talking about the people around her that knew, then I can see you saying that, but to put that on the whole culture, stop that. No. No. Last couple of comments, family. The historical person spoke the African language they were speaking at that time because he was African. If that person even physically, historically existed. Yeah. Anyway, family, I'm gonna finish the rest of this day. I have some serious songs to finish. I love you all to life, regardless of where you are in your understanding of some of these things. This is Arm the Masters, and we are truly doing that. All right, so y'all take care of your enemies. All right, you got the last word, bro. Bring you up for a few seconds, and I'm out of here. Peace.
Yes,
What's good
sir.
with you?
Peace. How you doing, good brother?
Maintain. What's good?
There's not a time that I ever spoke about hip hop that I didn't mention the sequence. And Angie Stone was in the sequence. Whenever I talk about that history, I always mention them because they came out the same year as a lot of artists, and they was, from Columbia, South Carolina, from down south. I always mention them. So I don't know what, this brother is talking about as far as her not getting recognition. The hip hop community abandoned her. I always mention her when I speak about hip hop, when I'm doing the history, because you got to go back to the beginning, at least the origins of it being recorded and put on records.
But what do
She's
you think
at the
they
very
mean?
beginning.
Taking yourself out of it, what do you think they mean when they say the people around hip hop abandoned? And like, what do you mean?
Probably
Hip-hop?
her peers. Probably her peers, but that's not true either, because people have been talking about it in the New York area, New Jersey area all week, giving her recognition. So I don't know where that's coming from.
Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah, but a lot of people are not mentioned and given their credit.
Yes, sir.
So,
I mean, you had Roberta Flack. She didn't get enough. Roberta Flack. You got other people who passed away also. What's the other brother named this week? Dwayne Wiggins. Yeah, he just passed away, and it's been, to be only in the third month. It's been a lot of our elders that's passed on. But that's the natural order of things. We all gonna go one day, so that's how that goes. But we recognize them. We recognize them. I just wanted to come up and hit you with that, good brother.
Oh, I really appreciate that. Yeah,
Yes,
these
sir.
people are still having this. These people over here are still having this Jesus conversation. That's why I don't talk religion on my platform.
I don't do that either, brother. No, sir. No, that goes absolutely nowhere. So I don't have.
My thing is, let me say this to cap it off. Autumn,
yes, sir.
You can believe whatever it is that I'm talking to Autumn. Autumn said, "Why is Jesus, Yahshua, the most famous person on earth if he wasn't real? Santa Claus ain't real. fuck around and let December come around. You ain't gonna hear about Jesus. You gonna hear about Santa. So I'm saying to you,
Stick
that's
around till
no.
next month. Stick around till next month. They're gonna be talking about the Easter Bunny. You know, the Easter
Yeah,
Bunny
no.
too.
Well, yeah. Anyway, let me just give. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna have that conversation. There's just so much
Yes,
I can
sir.
say that I don't want to say. What Zeitgeist, the first movie, kind of dealt with that. Autumn, go look up the movie Zeitgeist, the first one. It should answer all your questions.
Brother,
Anyway, really appreciate.
I'm gonna be contacting you. I need some books, so I'll be contacting
Okay,
you.
I got you. We'll talk, good bro.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Peace.
peace, peace. There's no disrespect to anyone. I say that in a loving way, Autumn. It's just so much information out there to show and prove to you that this person was not a historical, physical person walking the earth. All right. Yeah, it's just too much information out there. Now, there's nothing wrong with you believing in the idea of it. Like one gentleman said, there's nothing wrong with you believing in and having an understanding of Christ's consciousness. And Christ being a consciousness. But as far as a physical person with an address and with, yeah, no. But your belief is your belief. I'm no one to hear say to knock your belief. Your belief is your belief. Yeah. Anyway, it's Professor Griff. I love y'all to life. All right, and we are truly arming the masses. All right, fam. All right, I gotta get ready to get out of here. Inshallah, I will see everyone tomorrow at 12 noon. Love y'all to life. All right, tomorrow we got Julie Dash, and tomorrow's show we're doing a tribute to Dwayne Wiggins of Tony, and we have a tribute to my man, good brother, now ancestor, Roy Ayers. All right, this is Professor Griff on the masses. Peace, family. Peace. Peace. Yeah, all right.